Hello. I am still singing, y'all. Yes, I am. How are you doing today? I pray that you had a marvelous day. I had a great day, guys. I had a wonderful day, okay? My jaws hurt because I've been smiling so much, okay? So I pray that you had an awesome, smiling like crazy day as well. So we are going to get into a what? We're going to get into a what, guys? We're about to get into a read. I'm going to be right back, and then we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. I pray that all is well. We are going to get started. Today we are going to be in the Bible. We are going to be reading the book of Ecclesiastes. Okay, and then the Ecclesiastes is in the Old Testament. And this is something new for me because I've never read Ecclesiastes. So I even hope I'm saying it right. So we're going to be in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, but I do have a study Bible, so I want to read some things in regards to, it just says theme and about Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes is a Greek word that is usually translated the preacher or the teacher. The book was likely written late in Solomon's life when he could see that the glorious era of his kingdom was beginning to decline. He had it all: power, prestige, pleasure, but none of that provided ultimate satisfaction. The fulfillment comes only through a relationship with God and obedience to his word. It is important to note that arguments of the book are more thematical than linear. The same topics are addressed in different ways at different points within the work. And they have something else in regards to the reading. The first part of Ecclesiastes sets out the case that all is vanity. Striving after wisdom is vanity. Seeking pleasure in vanity. Accomplishing great works is vanity. There is even vanity in hard work, because God judges it all. Therefore, we should be content. Evil has a way of pulling everything down, and work is never fully satisfactory. Popularity is transit, and money doesn't provide fulfillment. No matter where anyone looks, there are problems with finding the meaning of it all. While these areas of life can be important, in the end, it is only what God wants first that really matters. So we're going to be in chapter 4. Verse 1. Then I looked again at all acts of oppression, which were being done under the sun, and behold, I saw the tears of oppressed, and that they had no one to comfort them. And on the other side of their oppressors was power, but they had no one to comfort them. So I congratulated the dead, who are already dead, more than the living, who are still living. But better off than both of them is the one who has never existed, who has never seen evil activity that is done under the sun. I have seen that every labor and every skill which is done in the result of rivalry between man and his neighbor. This too is vanity and striving after wind. The fool folds his hands and consumes his own flesh. One hand full of rest is better than 2 fists full of labor and striving after wind. Then I looked again at vanity under the sun. There was a certain man without a dependent, having neither a son nor a brother. Yet there was no end to all labor. Indeed, his eyes were not satisfied with riches, and he never asked, and for whom I am laboring and depriving myself of pleasure. This too is vanity, and it is a grievous task. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. For if either of them fails, the one will lift up his companion. But woe to the one who fails when there is not another to lift him up. Furthermore, if 2 lie down together, they keep warm, but how can one be warm alone? And if one can overpower him who is alone, 2 can resist him. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly torn apart. A poor yet wise lad is better than an old and foolish king, who no longer knows how to receive instruction. For he has come out of prison to become king, even though he was born poor in his kingdom. I have seen all the living under the sun throng to the side of the second lad, who replaces him. There is no end to all the people to who were before them, and then even the ones who will come later will not be happy with him. For this is too vanity and striving after wind. All right, guys, I do hope and pray that you like that read today. I really I feel that God took me to Ecclesiastes because it was something that I needed to learn as well. And most of everything that I share is what God is saying to me, showing me, or telling me, and I'm either studying on it, and of course I always want to share it. But for Ecclesiastes chapter 4, and then just reading like the theme, and the Ecclesiastes is like a wisdom, is part of the book of the Bible that is knowledge and wisdom, instructing you that there is more to life than working ourselves to the core. You know what I mean? Working ourselves to the bone. Of course, yes, God wants us to work, and He wants us to have a life where we have careers and we're successful. Absolutely, that's exactly what He wants, but He doesn't want us to miss the point in why we were created in the first place, and that is to serve Him, to be a vessel for Him, to be open to be used by Him. And I am in a place in my life where at first I was very afraid of it because I didn't understand it more so, and also because I didn't think that God could use me because I'm so broken and I'm so messed up. But God gets the glory out of God gets the most glory out of those who are messed up or feel that their life has been traumatically damaged. And so I just feel that that's where I am at in my life, is I'm open to what God is calling me to. Even if I'm not understanding, I'm so open to it. I'm so ready. So the only thing that can truly satisfy the human soul, or even, to satisfy us in this life, is not us being rich. It's not materials. It's not having things. It's having a relationship with God. It's building a foundation in our relationship with God and knowing when we leave here where we're going. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to die and go to hell knowing that I had all this opportunity to give my life back to God, to walk with Him, to be a vessel for Him. And it's good to start now in regards to your walk. It doesn't matter where you think that you're at in life. Start now. Start doing something now. Make a decision to take one step forward, and God will follow you the rest of the way. He will lead you the rest of the way. I really did like that read today. It was very helpful to me. There's more to life than working like a dog. And there's a reason that we were all born. All of us have a call. All of us have a reason that we are here. And we need to start being open to that. And let's start getting away from, yes, we were born into sin, but let's get away from sin. Let's start being more like God, having all the characteristics of God. And let's start sharing that and being able to change the world, being able to change someone's life, being able to be a voice to help someone get through their day or their season or that moment. You understand what I'm saying? There's so much more to life. And vanity, when I was studying vanity means it's like an excessive pride. Vanity is bad. Vanity is not good. It says that it can be, it's like self-adultery. I was looking at that in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 17. Vanity, when you see or feel vanity creeping in, that is not of God. And so you would need to get rid of that ASAP, because God does not like that. Vanity is not a good word. I'm still studying on vanity and trying to get an understanding on vanity, but from what I studied, it is not good. It's excessive pride. And if you're walking around with excessive pride in your heart or your mind, you're not open to what God is needing to do in you and for you. And so I really do hope that you guys like that read today. And I pray that you understood, because I read it, and I think for me, it was a challenge as well, because sometimes I don't really understand the Bible, and so it takes me a little bit more time, but I feel and know that God gave me understanding on what I was reading in Ecclesiastes. And I encourage you to go to the book of Ecclesiastes and do the reading and the research for yourself. It is a great book of wisdom and teaching and knowledge and direction in your walk with God. So I want you all to stay blessed. Of course, keep picking up your cross and moving forward no matter what. And remember, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. It's how many times you continue to keep getting up. Don't stop. Don't quit. Accept the challenge. Okay? Accept it and say, I am ready for it. Do not ever quit. That is the goal as well. Don't ever quit. You might want to give up, but do not quit, because your blessing can be right around the corner. So stay blessed. What am I going to say? You matter. You all matter. You will make it. You're going to make it. You're going to succeed. It's going to happen for you. Until our next read, guys.